As the U.S. withdraws from Afghanistan, concern remains about Afghan interpreters who are we are leaving behind, who could become the targets of the Taliban.
Political reporter Rick Alvin is talking with West Michigan Congressman Peter Meijer about what he's doing to honor our country's promise to those interpreters.
Congressman, when we last spoke, you were concerned, I will say very concerned, about a couple of things that were going on. One, we talked about having been in Afghanistan with troops for 20 years and the president making the decision to bring them home. Your concern was about those civilians who remain behind, thousands of them that assisted the United States in a number of ways during our time in Afghanistan. There have been some changes, some developments in that. To the best that you can explain it, what is the administration prepared to do after you've raised concerns about that?
Yeah, so specifically, we're talking about Afghan interpreters who are working for the U.S. military. These were Afghan civilians who had signed up to either, accompany U.S. patrols, identifying who in their villages were Taliban. These are individuals who helped and assisted with interrogations, with handling sources, with some sensitive things, some not sensitive things, but all of which put a target on their back. So we've had this special immigrant visa program now for over a decade. It's always been very slow. It has been less of a focus in Afghanistan simply because we were still there. We were still able to offer some degree of protection and insurance. And so obviously with our pending troop pullout should be completed by the end of August. That is an essential thing that we look after those individuals and we fulfill the promises made to them of bringing them here, of getting them visas, of relocating, those who put their lives on the line to serve the American military in our mission in Afghanistan. The Biden administration has finally announced that they are planning to initiate flights. We're starting to see a little bit of a plan take shape between some U.S. bases, some domestically for those who are very close to being approved, some potentially in the Middle East, and potentially some third country location opportunities as well to be able to process these individuals safely.
One of the things you had asked for when you and I were talking, you said, if we can't get them to the United States, let's get them somewhere else. And so that sounds like kind of what's happening now. And as you point out, some may be going to military bases, but there are some other countries and some relatively near countries that may take some of these folks, some of these interpreters temporarily until they can go through that visa process. Is that satisfactory to what you want to see happen for these people that have been working with us for so long?
Well, I'm slightly heartened that we are seeing a plan take shape. But again, our troops will be fully out of Afghanistan within 6 weeks' time. So we need to make sure that we are moving quickly, that we don't leave these Afghan civilians behind. Again, many of whom have been in this pipeline for years. It has been an incredibly slow processing and bureaucratic hurdle on this relocation effort. So we need to be moving quickly because as we've already seen as U.S. forces have left areas of Afghanistan, the security situation has deteriorated, freedom of movement has deteriorated. And make no mistake, the Taliban know who these individuals are. I think the estimates are that since the program began, over 300 individuals who were applicants to it have been killed by the Taliban. And as the Taliban take over more and more terrain, that is far greater risk being put on these individuals, the greater likelihood that they are killed. One of the modifications that will be in the Allies Act we'll vote on tomorrow is how we take care of the families of those who serve the U.S. and have been killed while they were in that application pipeline. So again, this is a very real threat. We are running against the clock to get these people out safely because again, to uphold the commitment that we made to them when they joined and worked alongside U.S. forces, that we would look after them for supporting our mission.
Congressman, as always, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick.